The player, wearing his mask, observes the epic fall of the final boss after defeating him. His elf companion, Fury, expresses joy that Sun Raku has overcome the Dark Lord. He turns to her, acknowledging how long and dangerous the journey was and how he waited for this moment. However, his face changes to confusion when Sun Raku delivers a devastating kick to her face. This guy is clearly a man of integrity, as he's not afraid to deal blows both right and left. The masked guy asserts that she can go to hell with the Dark Lord, attacking her and explaining that she is the true Dark Lord and a threat to the world. Next, the endgame screen appears, thanking Sun Raku for playing. The guy lets out an epic victory scream in his room with the virtual reality headset and takes it off. In this era, fully immersive virtual reality games are the norm, and beneath the popular releases, there's a massive pile of games known for being bad. Most people rightly disdain these games, however, some actively seek them out with enthusiasm. He adds Faeria Chronicle Online to the list of games he'll never play again, acknowledging the rumors describing how bad it is. He opens the window of his room, feeling free, imagining how a convict feels after serving his sentence. Sun Raku eagerly awaits his next bad game, as his nickname is the Bad Game Hunter. Later, while casually walking through the school hallways, Rei watches him from hiding, nervously practicing how she'll talk to him. It's evident from her behavior that she has feelings for him. Sun Raku's in-game girlfriend is another gaming enthusiast, perfecting her approach and getting closer to talk to him. However, before she can call him, one of Sun Raku's friends grabs his attention. They walk away, while Sun Raku's attention is piqued by having played all night. Later, the game store owner puts up a poster for customers. Rei enters, greets, and looks around the store. Mana already knows what she's looking for and informs her that Sun Raku hasn't been around. Rei tries to act like she's searching for games, but Mana isn't fooled. She knows Rei's feelings for Sun Raku. Mana reveals that his absence is because he's playing the garbage game, Fury Chronicle Online. She hopes he takes a long time to finish it since the game has notoriously bad friendly AI, absurd attack patterns, and code bugs, making it almost impossible to win. Their conversation is interrupted when Izidam enters the store, wanting to know if there's any decent bad game available. Mana turns to welcome him and is shocked to find Rei has already disappeared. He explains how bad Fury was as a companion, worsening every situation, and even some members of his group ended up dead. He informs Mana about the opportunity to be Fury in the end, making up for all her issues. After hearing him out, Mana suggests he try playing a good game for a change. She believes he will appreciate high-quality games even more than the average person. She proposes he try Shangri-La Frontier, a fully immersive virtual reality game with over 30 million players worldwide. Sun Raku stares at the poster, contemplating playing a top-quality game. That night, he opens a can of his energy drink while reading about the game's quirks, known as SLF. It was released in the market the previous spring and set a Guinness World Record for simultaneous player logins. The game's premise is to navigate a foreign world as descendants of a fallen space colony. The game is so popular that the few who hate it are drowned out by fans. Sun Raku inserts the game into the system and encounters the character creator. His first impression is good, with several classes to choose from. He chooses to be a dual-blade mercenary and a wanderer as his origin, even if it means slowly building his defense stats. He receives bonuses to his luck as compensation. He then goes on to design his character and is impressed with the wide variety of customization options. Used to limited choices in bad games, he gets excited about the minute details. He dedicates himself to designing his character, creating an avatar with a bird mask and just a pair of shorts, not caring about fashion. During character creation, he sells his initial equipment and buys a mask to hide his face, as he's running around shirtless. He uses parts of his real name to create his player name, Sun Raku, the name he uses for all games. He is thrown into the game world after confirming all decisions and is impressed with the realistic movement. He's used to games with bad movements. From the top of a tall tree, he observes the vast world, insulting bad games by mentioning them in the same sentence as this one. He checks the map and is surprised not to have started in a beginner tutorial town. Unbeknownst to him, Son Raku appeared at a random point in the beginner area because he chose to be a wanderer. He decides to head to the nearest city while exploring the area. He descends from the tree and is surprised to have landed correctly. As he walks through the forest, he checks his stats. He expected his defense to be low due to his current outfit, but Son Raku is interested in seeing how much his luck can compensate. His attention is drawn when a goblin tries to ambush him. He dodges and summons his twin blades, excited to test the combat quality. He skillfully avoids the monster's attempt on his life and counterattacks with a well-timed strike. Son Raku is surprised that it went down after one hit. His level is now 4, indicating that the next enemy, a Vorpal rabbit, is a tough opponent. He receives a notification informing him that he learned the quick counter, realizing that he can learn skills by performing specific actions. Seeing that the game is well. This inspires him to try different fighting styles. He is motivated to get the rabbit's knife and runs to find more enemies. Son Raku faces more enemies, reaches the spinning attack, and realizes he leaves many openings. Son Raku realizes that the Vorpal rabbit is a rare enemy, given its low spawn rate. It took a long time to get a matching set of knives. Upon checking, the knives have better stats than his mercenary blade, and he learned some new skills. Son Raku realizes that he won't level up quickly with low-level monsters in the area and decides to move on. He opens the map and realizes he has strayed far from the initial city and is now closer to the next city. To reach the city, he must cross a bridge. At night, he arrives at the bridge and is greeted by the area boss, a voracious snake. He needs to defeat it if he wants to proceed. Son Raku is excited at the prospect of facing a boss designed for a group of 3 all by himself. He summons his weapons, feeling he doesn't need defense because he has a character that moves the way he wants. Son Raku advances against the boss. That was the summary. Thank you for watching, and until next time.